Alrighty there, guys. So I'm sure as many of you guys have noticed, I haven't really been buying a whole pile of stuff lately. Main thing is, as many of you guys know, I have enough stuff floating around here that I don't really need to buy a whole bunch. But basically, all these things on the trailer here come up at the local online auction, and pretty much what I bought here is a 1984 5665. It has steering brakes, and I do know it has one bad tire just looking at it, but the motor spun over by hand at the auction when I looked at it. Does still have points, and it has a new style power broom on it, which the broom looks in okay shape. You know, it's not brand new. It's got a couple kinks in the hood, the top hood here, so it probably got run into something a couple times. They probably swept sidewalks or who knows what, but anyhow, basically I ended up giving $425 for this machine, which I didn't think that was terrible at all. I don't know what you guys think about that or opinions is, but $425. I do have no idea if it runs or anything, so may or may not have gotten slightly took, but I figured the broom is probably easily worth $300. And I have the bracket laying in the shop to be able to mount this on a riding tractor. So, with all that being said, we'll segue from there back to the snowblower, which the snowblower actually went for $80, and I think a lot of people didn't bid this up because the way it's tied on the pallet, I don't know if you guys can see the piece of rope there, it's tied around the reel, so you think the reel is stuck, but it's not. It's actually the rope down in there, I believe. So for $80, I figured I couldn't pass that up, and bought this little 3-drawer toolbox. And at this point, we'll segue over into a bagger that I had actually got last week, something like that. And basically a buddy of mine had got it. Well, I'll tell you in that clip. That clip is pre-recorded. So anyhow, some auction buys here, and depending on how hard this thing is to get running will depend on if it has its own separate video, which it may. So anyhow, I'm going to play around with this. Tonight's going to be about the only night I got to work on this weekend. It's Friday night. Got a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow, and then we have Dead Sled Weight Pulls Sunday. So I'll be back up there. So anyhow, later guys. Alrighty guys, so something a little bit different here, and I picked this up really cheap. I'll tell you guys before I even get going here. I paid $25 for this. A buddy of mine ended up with this and did not really want it. And it's in pretty decent shape. The mechanical end of it is fairly messed up. I'm pretty sure the bearings are toast in the blower part of it. But the rest of it seems okay. Idler pulley works, the belt's with it. The only thing he doesn't have is the part that bolts onto the motor back here that the belt runs off of, but it's not like I'm really planning to use this bagger or anything, but you can see it has all the numbers on it, which I'll take some pictures of. Well, that has 96 on it, so that's a 96. This does not have a 96 on it, so the blower part is different. At a certain point, and I think it was roughly about 96, when Gravely was doing the stickers, they started putting the model year on them. And I got the belt cover, which the belt cover on this thing is just about mint too. And I got the 3 tubs. He said he had the hose and the boot for the deck, but he forgot to toss it on the truck. So might be a project this fall. Put it on and just try it. From what I've heard with most people, the 3-bin bagger setup is nowhere near enough. It just fills up too fast, and that's pretty much the problem I have around here. If I pick up just the leaves underneath this one oak tree, this hickory nut tree, that maple tree, this dogwood tree, and that maple tree, I bet you I'd fill the bins up about 26 times just in this backyard right here. That's less than, what, a half an acre maybe. So, anyhow. But, just figured that was something neat. And yeah, I'll add it to the arsenal. I kind of got to figure out what to do with it here. This is my next venture. I really don't want it sitting outside, so I have to find a place to put this thing. So, anyhow, later guys. And it's so darn heavy, I almost have to pick it up and sit it down with the loader. It's more awkward. So, later guys.